Hey everybody, it's Loren Kling. Welcome to another wonderful Friday night film threat watch party. I am so happy you were here. Thank you for joining us. We have a great film and some truly amazing guests joining us in a moment. We are going to talk about the movie Honesty Weekend. This is a second screen experience. What that means is that you're going to watch the movie along with us, but on your own TV or your own devices while you join us for a live Q&A with the cast and filmmakers on another device. If you're like, wait, what? You're not going to stream it? It's okay. Just get another phone or a tablet. Go to Amazon Prime. You can find it there. You can find it on Vudu. Some of your cable channels are streaming the movie. You can get it there. You'll play it back at about 5:15. We'll sync our watches. We'll press play at the same time, and then the fun will ensue. You'll be able to ask your questions. We already have some hellos from Jilly. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. So get your questions ready. Katura also saying hello. So that's how easy it is. Just post your questions on YouTube, on Facebook Live, on Twitch. Write them down on a piece of paper, mail them to us. We'll get them in 4 to 5 days, and we'll have everyone ask questions. So with that being said, enough about me. Why do I just want to talk about Film Threat? Oh, because we have watch parties going on all the time. We just had Stealing Chaplin last week. That was based on an actual story about two blokes who actually stole Charlie Chaplin's body. That was weird. We have Takeout Girl coming up next weekend. We've got Dark State, so many projects. Keep your eye on filmthreat.com for more. All right. So let's get going with the creators of the movie Honesty Weekend. Let's bring on Lori and Leslie. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hi, Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, welcome. So I think we all agreed we have our water and or wine ready to go, right? Wonderful. Oh, and our snacks, good. So just like we're serious about our snacks. Yeah, all right. So I wonder if any of the cast, we've never had anyone get Postmates during one of our watch parties, but maybe that'll happen. You never know. Oh, although I mentioned a few weeks ago how hungry we all seem to be, and a friend of mine in San Francisco actually had Postmates deliver dinner to my wife and I.
Wow.
So if you would like to publicly post your address, I'm sure one of the cast, Sabina or Evan or Dione, will be more than happy to send you whatever you want, right? They're off camera going, wait, what? So thank you for being here. When did you film this project? We'll have them on in a second. When did you film this movie, and when did it come out?
We filmed it pre-pandemic, and it came out, or it premiered at a film festival on March 15th, 2020. And then the next day, all film theaters were shut down in Los Angeles.
It was so surreal, so surreal.
Yeah, and it was so funny. So it's a comedy, right? And so we got the big theater at the whatever, and there we are. And they had us sit every other seat. And so that's not really conducive to laughing.
I'm like, can I sit next to her? They're like, oh no. I'm like, but she's my wife. But no. Yeah. Nobody knew what was going to happen.
Everyone was basically just terrified. And so we were trying to premiere a comedy to terrified individuals sitting every other seat.
But that usually filmmakers are completely terrified to premiere a movie to anybody, right?
No, I was excited. I wasn't terrified. I was excited, but it was just it was wild. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot from filmmakers, especially when they're independent movies and you're doing most things on your own, and it's like, now what do we do? And there's really nobody there to kind of guide you. Did you have anyone that had any suggestions, or was it kind of like,
You mean like
let's wait and see?
as far as like what to do with the movie?
Yeah, like what to do with the movie as pandemic was continuing and we knew we were going to be in lockdown for more than a couple weeks.
I mean, fortunately, I had several offers for distribution. So that was a good thing. So it was really just about finding the company that was going to treat us well and be kind to the film, which we did with Vision Films. And so it was not, I was very lucky, but there was a moment there was a moment where it got a little wobbly right when everything hit. And it was like, did I just make a movie and it's just never going to ever be seen by anyone? So yeah, there was a little bald panic. But then we got over that, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a thing for anybody that creates art or puts things out into the world, unless you just put it out on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, not knowing if it's going to air or what's going to happen to it is one of those things we kind of face in the world of art.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a little tricky for a minute.
So let's bring on the cast in a second. I just want to remind everyone out there, love when you invite your family and your parents. Just make sure they know that if they're joining us tonight, we're not streaming the film. Otherwise, we have to pay Lori and Leslie, right? A lot of money, right? You get a couple million every time somebody streams.
Absolutely.
So you are going to stream the movie yourself on your TV or a phone, a tablet, computer, while on another device, because we all have at least two, you'll watch the watch party. This is where you can ask questions. We already had a couple hellos from some people a little bit earlier. We hope you have questions through the movie, about Lori and Leslie's past as stand-up comedians. We definitely want to hear that. Their film LA Dolls. We've got musicians in the room. We've got soap opera actors in the room. So many cool things. So should we bring them on?
Yeah, release the actors.
Cool.
We love that.
We'll release the actor. No, you don't want to say that. That means they're either released from booking the job or they're done. Sorry, we're releasing the actors so we can bring on some YouTube talent. Oh boy.
Oh no.
So anyway, we're going to stream the movie at about 5:15 or so. So you still have a few minutes to get that ready to go. And I'll let you know, we'll do a countdown. It'll be a whole thing. Get your drinks ready. Post in the comments what you're drinking. If you've got snacks going on, if you do want a Postmates dinner to myself or Lori or Leslie or anyone else. So let's bring on in Lori and Leslie. Would you do me the honors of introducing the cast as we bring them on? Hello, everyone.
Absolutely.
Hi.
We have Evan Watkins, who plays John, the lead guy in the movie. We have Sabina Gadecki-Rich, who plays Delaney. You'll see who she is. We have Dione Michelle Collins, who plays Stella in the movie. They're wonderful. I love them, and they're wonderful.
So
Hello, you three. Welcome.
hi.
How's it going?
Hi. Hello.
You've all been released, so thanks for joining us tonight.
That's honestly, those are like some of my favorite words to hear when you're at the end of the day and they're like, "All right, we're done. Let's go home." You did it. One take each time. Perfect.
One take, and they hand you cash, right? You just walk off set with a wad of cash.
Yeah, the agents don't know, the tax people don't know. You just get straight cash. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone want to admit right now that you've ever walked off a project with cash in hand?
No. Not according to SAG. No.
Right. Yes. Very good answer. So, so this movie was filmed in Los Angeles. I recognized, I'm assuming Topanga Canyon. Was that, am I correct?
Yeah, Topanga Canyon. Beautiful big house.
Yeah, whose house? Who do you know that has that house?
Well, I originally, when I was like putting the script together, I had looked at a different house and I was using that in my mind as I was building the scenes, and then that house wasn't available. So I went onto Airbnb and I got really lucky. And we found that house. And the house that we shot at was actually had more property and more options for shooting. It was like a little movie ranch, really. I mean, there were all different places, all different looks. Yeah.
Wow. So was this an Airbnb rental?
Yeah. I mean, we had to do they charged us a little more than Airbnb because we told them we're shooting a movie there. And so we rented it for 2 weeks. We did load in, we did lighting, we did everything we needed to do. And then we shot it for about 10 days at that house.
Wow. Now, since it's an Airbnb, did anybody stay at the house during production?
They asked.
I said we should have. I said we all should have stayed there. We would have bonded more.
Yeah.
It was
Evan and Adam really wanted to stay. But then we talked it over and we're like, that might not be good for insurance purposes.
So you put the cast up at some fancy motel somewhere in Van Nuys, or
No,
or is everyone local to LA?
everyone was local. Yeah.
Okay.
Local, but like getting to that part of town, you might as well be in another. You might as well be in another state. This is quite the commute. Remember the winding road? It was a long winding road, and driving at night, we'd always have to be careful.
Yeah, Sabina would come in like around that road in her Range Rover.
I actually lobbied to carpool with Natalie, who played my wife Ada in the movie, because I thought that the extra car time would help us bond more. And when I offered to drive, she was like, "Oh, I can't drive in the passenger seat. Like, I have to be driving, otherwise I get car sick." So I kind of just like fell ass backwards into getting her to drive me around the whole time, which was great. So kind of added to that husband-wife dynamic where she did everything for me.
You guys, I'm so sorry. I picked a spot, but it just seems like the sun just came right here. Is that distracting or is that fine?
You're beautiful. It looks great.
That's fine. You found your light.
Yeah.
And if it was distracting, tell me, because it just all of a sudden we got live and it was right there.
Yeah, you look great.
No, that's fine. And if anyone has a dog or cat that comes into frame, that's totally cool.
They're both
No worries.
We've got one of each, very close.
Got it. So again, if you're just joining us, this is the Film Threat Watch Party for Honesty Weekend. We're going to start streaming the film in a couple minutes. We'll play it in the background. We'll continue chatting. And there's so many things on camera we want to chat about, and off camera. Have your questions ready to go. Have your favorite snacks ready to go. And if you like to drive, if you're in a relationship, or you like to be driven around, we could talk about all those. We could talk about all those things. So let's see. Dione, we had talked before we started that you're on General Hospital, and I'm always amazed with how much dialogue actors have to learn. So how many pages on average does a lead have to learn per episode or per day?
Well, it depends, because I know on General Hospital they shoot several episodes per day. So I think they'll have at least, for the whole week, at least 3 or 4 episodes that they're shooting. So imagine they have to know all those lines and they're doing it either the same day or the next day, and they're just flipping around. So I see the big binders that they bring on during rehearsal.
Now, how about for you? How about your nurse, Deanna, right? So
yeah,
your dialogue.
Deanna Curtis.
Yeah. So you don't have as much dialogue as some of the leads?
I don't, but lately I was in a big episode where there was a big reveal, and I was a part of a storyline where we don't know where Maxie's baby is. Oh my God. Well, we do know. But
right.
Anyway, I was a part of that episode and I was so excited.
And you can reveal it. Awesome. Evan, Sabina, you ever do any soaps?
I haven't, the memorization I feel like is quite a skill. But so funny. My first day living in LA, I auditioned for what is All My Children. That's in New York, right?
It was, yeah.
So my first day living in LA, they're like, oh, they want to see you for All My Children. And I auditioned for it. And then my third day living in LA, they flew me to New York to screen test for All My Children. And I was like, I don't know if I want this, but I don't. I just mentally wrap my mind around moving to LA and to move back 3 days later. It was like, but no, the actors that come off of those shows are just so like well-oiled machines and just such pros. So I haven't worked on one, but that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
How about
I
you,
haven't.
Evan? Have you?
No, I have never auditioned for any soaps. I need something with cue cards. You know what I mean? I'm at that level. Give me SNL or one of those teleprompter gigs. That's what I'm going for. Shooting right there.
So you were on Adam Ruins Everything, which is a favorite show of my wife and I. Did you have a lot of dialogue, or was it kind of filmed in pieces?
Yeah, it was like piecemeal. I had known a lot of those people from when they used to do that show just as like sketches for College Humor, and then I had worked with them a lot. So they were like, "Oh, we need somebody to play a colonial guy," and they'd bring me in. I'd be like, "Yes, I'm a colonial," whatever, like character, big broad character stuff. And yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun to work, and it's a shame that they canceled the show. But it's like at some point you're going to run out of things to ruin. You know what I mean? Like you just can't ruin everything. Some things are unruinable, I'd hope.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun.
And then Lori and Leslie, you've worked in reality for a while, and that seems like an always evolving kind of genre. So what is writing like, and how does that work as opposed to scripted TV?
I mean, it says it's unscripted reality, but
I think for me and for Leslie, I think as well. I think Leslie is a writer first. I think her job in unscripted television is her job in unscripted television, where she translates those skills over there. But there's nothing like telling a good story, and that's what she does so well. So I think, that's sort of how it evolves.
Yeah, I write all the time. I mean, I just write all the time. So if it's second nature to me. And so to finally get to just go and shoot something and say, this is what I'm doing, and I'm not going to take any notes. No notes. Actually, we did development screenings and stuff, but just, I just wanted to go out and just let it rip and do it on my own, which was the whole intention.
Yeah. Well, let's get the movie started, and then we'll get back to all this discussion. So have your phones, your tablets, or computers, or those things called televisions ready to go. Awesome. Evan's got the remote just to prove that he's watching, right? I'm sure you all got the memos from your producers, directors, and writers, making sure you had it ready to go. So let's get the movie ready, and we're going to press start. I'm going to get ready, and we're going to press in 3, 2, 1, and go. Perfect. So now we've got some of the producer credits going. Keep the volume low so we can watch it in the corner. And throughout the movie, if there's a scene that's coming up you want to chat about, if there's a scene in the movie that's embarrassing or you don't want to talk about, if you're like, hey, I recognize those buns, feel free. I'm not spoiling anything, am I?
It's right here.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't remember that the cold open of the film was me getting fellatio, and I remember after I had told my fiance's parents to watch the film, like this scene came up, and I'm like, oh god damn it. Mortified that they watched that. Yeah.
We
Tyler.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, Tyler says great movie and cast. Just a random person who happens to be watching, right, Sabina?
Yeah.
Just some guy. Just a little, just some little cute guy.
Yeah. Just, I have to say, while I was doing research and I went on your Instagram account, Sabina, the pictures of you and your husband, some of the wedding pictures are so beautiful, so amazing. And that's what it's like to have a really nice photographer who knows their people, knows how to set you up. And so, Lori and Leslie, it's I want to know how you found these actors and who you were thinking of and what you were thinking of when you were developing the characters.
I got really lucky with these actors because our neighbor is a casting director, and she's fancy, super fancy. And so she, this movie was a little too small for her, but she hooked us up with Kendra Clark and Helen Geyer, who she had worked with for years. And she said, these casting directors know their stuff. And so they were really helpful in getting us options that, like, because I kept pushing back and kept pushing back and kept pushing. I was like, this is not what I want. These characters are super distinct, and I need actors who make really clear choices and know themselves as human beings. And so, I mean, I got so lucky, man. Like, this cast, the chemistry is off the charts. I mean, Evan and Natalie playing Ada and John on that sofa in the therapy sessions, looking irritated, looking over it, but also still having that sweet, like connection that they've had for 10 years, you know, that you can see there, but they're just kind of in the irritation stage.
This is the last scene we shot. This is the last thing we shot, I think, for us. So of course we were irritated with each other.
Okay, I'm the bad student right now. I'm being the bad student, and I can't get my movie up.
Oh no!
We'll give you a check code when you get it up.
Let us know. We'll have you fast forward to a certain point.
Yes,
and you can hit play.
please. God, I'm sorry. I'm over here like trying to get it up. Trying to get it up. I'll be right there.
Just,
no
worries.
I bet it's happened before.
Very good.
Oh my God.
We've had filmmakers hold up their phone every so often for I think they had like their parents watching, and so they just held it up to kind of share where they were in the movie. So we can do that too.
Oh, for sure. It's up.
I did want to say that I think it was Leslie in a bio. You said you were passionate about exploring what it means to be human. Are you the right person?
Yes.
Wonderful.
That is.
I love that statement. I think it's a beautiful statement. And I wanted to know what made you think about that. You've worked a lot in reality. So what's your drive and what's your passion about reality?
I mean, reality is really dealing with real people and putting them into stressful circumstances and seeing whether they can rise to the occasion or completely flail. But all along, the show's fortunate that I've been fortunate enough to produce recently, where let's say like since 2015 on, have been sort of warm-hearted, good shows where people are stressed, but you get to like root for them and care about them. But in my writing, like, I just think humans are very dear and sweet and really screwed up and really like lost a lot of the time. They sort of hit brick walls that they put up for themselves, which happens in this movie a lot. So that's like my passion, is just exploring what it means to be human, like all the messy, sweet, wonderful, beautiful, awful sides.
Definitely. Any of the cast relate to that?
You
Well, sometimes I feel too human, if that makes sense.
Like
Yeah.
Evan, when you've done a lot of college humor, and so that's a lot of sketch. How do you bring humanity when you also want to bring fun and funny? Can you marry the two?
Yeah, I think that's the ideal thing, is to like do something that's laugh out loud funny, but also reveal some truth about the human condition, if you will, or whatever. Being specific about the choices you make as a performer helps. You know what I mean? Don't be generic. There's so many movies and so many actors have done so many characters that you can't be generic anymore. So the more specific, and honestly, the more you connect with the comedy that you're doing, probably the better you're going to be. Either that, or just do a dance on TikTok. Either of those two ways, you'll be successful. Probably better with the TikTok dance, honestly. Just
Do you? Is there one that I should be bringing up right now as another to join us on this? Is there a TikTok dance you want to share?
Do you know TikTok dances?
I don't have the editing capability at this moment to pull it off, but I know that if I go like this and I come back up and I have different clothes on, I think that's like the meat of the joke, right? Like you've changed your clothes by hopping up and down. I think.
Do you know how to do those? Can you teach me?
It's the reveals of like.
Do I know how to do that? I'm 34 years old. I do not even. I open up TikTok and it looks like a fucking alien spaceship to me. I have no idea. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Evan, did you have a MySpace account back in the day?
I did not, actually. I was like thoroughly against social media when I was young. I was born like a 45-year-old man. I was like, what are these idiots doing online? Go out and read a book, smell a flower. Now I'm drinking beer.
Smell a flower.
This is addictive. Wow.
Anyway.
So if you're just joining us, we're watching Honesty Weekend. We're watching Evan's character arguing with Natalie's character again. A lot of arguing.
Well, you're married, right? So
I think we discovered this moment of like we should be doing something like putting. I think Leslie helped me with this. Like, why don't we? She said, like, why don't you put the cushions on the chairs, and that was like an activity, and it helped the scene from being too static, which is good direction, in my opinion.
And clean the leaves off the glass table. That was
yeah. Clean the leaves off the glass.
Right now on those chairs.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, Lori and Leslie, are there anything from your lives that have been reflected in this movie?
I mean, actually, things from our lives are in this movie, like actual items from our lives.
Really?
Yeah.
You're kidding. What are they?
No, the items. No, those are our seat cushions from our backyard.
Some of the art, like
the art there's the behind us. If you see the cloud paintings, those are on the.
Yes.
Those are actually over the bed, over John and Ada's bed. No, seriously, this was a handmade movie.
I think he was referring.
I know. He's talking about
our lives.
I know.
I believe.
But yes, I mean, look, we've been together 17 years. There's moments where you get a little in a rut and everything becomes rote. And so you're kind of forced to confront things and and certainly that was inspiration for this.
All right, I got it. Sabina, I know you're married, right?
Yes.
Have you did you bring any of your experience being married and relationships to your character who we haven't seen quite yet in the film?
I wasn't married at the time, actually. I wasn't married at the time, but it is funny though because Ty and I got Ty and I got married, and then COVID hit. We spent quarantine together. So it was the first time we really felt like being married. We've been long distance for our whole entire relationship. So there could have been some inspo that I could have been using for the film, but I don't play a married one here. I play like the single rowdy one. I didn't really have a lot to derive from because I've never really had that phase of life. I wish I had had that phase. Just kidding.
Wait, you never had a rebellious phase?
I never had like a rebellious living it up, hooking up with all sorts of people left and right. I mean, did I miss out, you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where all the comments and questions and OMGs come into the comments, but that's all right.
Okay.
How about you, Dione? Did you bring in you had Dione? My wife and I really loved your character and the emotion you brought to the character. Did you bring on any relationship past or stories into the character?
I'm single. I'm not married or anything. So that was interesting and it was also my first kissing scene ever with a man on screen.
Let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
First time kissing a man on screen.
Mine.
I just thought whatever past relationships and what the character was going through in the moment, and found her, through some of the work that I did, and drew on that, my experience of the imagination if I were married. In the movie I was, but in real life I'm not.
Oh, it's okay.
But I'm looking. If you want to hit me up, maybe I should have said that.
Matchmaker,
Put your
make
Venmo
me a
on
match.
Make me a match.
Diana, put your Venmo on there. If they really want you, they'll send you some sugar daddy money. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, hold the phone. Is that how you do it these days, Evan? You don't go on a dating site. You use Venmo.
Wait a minute.
I mean, Venmo is a social app, according to them. No, I don't know. That's just an idea. I think if they really want to, they should, pay a little money, to prove that they're worth it.
Wait, is everybody having cocktails? I'm just having water, but do I need to step it up?
Yes, Lori's having wine. You know me.
I have chai tea.
That's good.
I just have water.
I have whatever you want me to be drinking. That's what I'm drinking.
Less wine, y'all. Wine time.
Thank you, Jilly, who seems to have the inside scoop on Evan, and I'm curious why.
It's my sister. Yeah, thanks, Jill.
Oh, that you're so. You've been making movies since you were 5. Jill, we will Venmo you $1 for every fun fact about Evan, right?
Good
Lori
God,
and
please
Leslie.
Don't give her that
I'll
promise.
take care of it.
Picture. Well, I don't know if you can share pictures, but yeah, any fun comments?
She's an unreliable
would
source
be-
because I started making movies when I was 8, so it's a little bit different.
Yes, please.
Slightly off.
Jill says Cash App. Okay, she just wants the cash. She doesn't want to have to deal with any Venmo transfers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're just joining us, I'm at about 15 minutes exactly into the film.
You guys.
And Sabina, are you watching?
Oh, here it comes. And woo!
Oh yeah. I should have had it in my contract that there was only going to be one ass in this movie, and it should have been mine. I was very.
I know.
If I was a smarter actor, I would have objected to that. I would have said, cut that out of the movie. I don't want a better ass in the film than my butt.
You don't want to share ass in the film. I learned something. I learned that you have to sign nudity writers.
I think can I get a? Oh, sorry. I want to get. Can I get a drink? Can I do that?
Go.
Yeah,
Yes.
come right back.
I thought that was vodka.
I was gonna to sync with water, but I feel like just wine feels like fun. But then there's going to be a little ghost spot for a minute. Is that okay?
Go. Goodbye.
We'll fill you in when you get back.
We'll remove your image for a second.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way, really.
Sabina.
Oh, there's the paintings are in the movie.
Yeah.
Did we somehow miss Lori and Leslie talking about stories from their relationship, or did we already cover that, Dione and Evan? Just want to make sure.
No, I pivoted.
Oh,
She did that politician thing, you know?
I just pivoted so hard. Do you see those?
all right.
Those
The paintings, you
paintings?
see the paintings on the movie, and then they are right behind us right now. It's so surreal.
Oh.
You know, filmmakers are starting to sell something called RTLs, or digital assets, from their movies. We had a Stealing Chaplin was selling, I guess, stills or posters, like one-off digital copies online. So maybe those paintings on your wall, if you want to sell those and say from the movie Honesty Weekend.
We could.
We could just sell the paintings.
Yeah, but I really
Yeah.
like them. So I would be hard pressed.
Well, we could just
We
have
could,
more. Our uncle painted them.
Yeah.
He's uh-oh.
Now here he's telling her a thing about like they're having a hard time in their relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, the bed argument is the worst argument. You're both laying on your back, so like defenseless, you know?
Yeah. Evan
It was
has
fun
really
to play.
like
It was really fun to play this this stuff, though. This is like really fun to do.
How many cameras were you working with during the shoot?
we shot everything to camera because we needed to get, you know, an entire movie shot in 10 days. So our DP is someone we've worked with in reality quite a bit, a French guy named Laurent Bassett. And he's very talented, and he got a great second camera op. And so a lot of times when we were holding the master, we'd pick out the singles. But at the same time, we wouldn't tell the actors where we were going. And I was live directing them in their ear, which is a reality trick. So I'm on the walkie with the camera op going, okay, now go over to Natalie because she thinks that we're not on her for the single. And so that's a lot of times in a group scene, especially, can't really get away with it with two characters, but in a group scene, you can get, when an actor knows that it's their pass to have the single on them, they'll perform in a different way. And so they're much fresher and unfiltered if you cheat and get it in that kind of reality style.
Here's Lorraine.
There's Lorraine. Yeah.
There's Lorraine.
Now, was she live actually on the phone call at that time, or was that done separately?
It was done
chat.
completely separately. It was done like 2 weeks earlier, and I gave the file to Pete to practice with at home. So that's why it felt so live. Yeah. But
And
she hasn't
this
acted
scene-
in forever. She's amazing. She was really good.
Yeah, she comes from the modeling world, the beauty world, which you've worked in a lot. Is that how you knew her?
She was a judge on my the baking championships on Food Network for 5 years, and we became friends. And she's also a celebrity chef in England, and so that's how. But I asked her, I'm like, do you act? Because she always seems like she would, and she's like, yeah, I did when I was like in my early 20s. I'm like, so okay, I'm going to write you a part.
She was also in my film. You know, I did a documentary about the makeup artist Kevin O'Quan, who is a celebrity makeup artist, and she was also in that film. And her story, because she had a great knowledge about adoption, and you know, her own personal story really reflected what we were trying to talk about in that film, and she was great in that. So we've worked with Lorraine a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we just miss Gioni's first on-screen kiss? Was that the actual scene?
Wait, here's the moment. It's one of my favorite moments. Is
Oh, I love this moment.
not doing it.
When he runs away.
When he runs away.
No,
That was all
not
ad lib, right?
right now. Not happening. No, Gioni's kiss. There's like a whole love scene coming up.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Because
that-
there was a peck a moment ago that I was wondering
Yeah,
about.
we actually shot that after the love scene. That scene that was just up. That was like later on in the shoot.
Yeah.
I remember like making the pancakes, and I remember Leslie saying, "Don't ruin my pans." Remember that? Don't.
Yes,
'Cause I don't cook. I don't know how to
She said the
cook.
same thing about the painting in the bedroom.
She's like, "Don't ruin my pans." I was like, "Okay."
Well, because I was terrified she was going to use the not nice spatula on it and scratch the really expensive pan.
She really is a good cook.
Oh wait, this is Pete's first time ever sucking smoke into his lungs in his life.
Really? I
Oh, was
didn't know
this
that.
practical effects? Was this real?
No, but we talked about getting stoned, though. We did talk about getting stoned, but I don't think it was real pot that he was smoking.
No, it was movie pot. We actually went to the special movie store. Then you buy the movie pot.
Adam is just so funny in this. So funny.
Fun fact: movie pot is just tobacco.
Alan, hey,
Oh,
here's our therapist.
Alan,
our young up-and-comer, Alan Wasserman.
Alan can join us.
Oh,
Yes,
Alan's
Alan,
great.
join us any old time.
Tell
Alan, who played the therapist.
I
Played a therapist.
was starstruck meeting Alan because he was in the first episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy was like in Curb," and I think I probably annoyed him about that.
Alan is the only actor that we know from before this because I wrote a play based on some family experience, and he plays the character who is my father in that play. And he has done several readings of it, and he can't join us, but we'll send him hugs. But so
right.
we knew him from that, and Leslie was like, we must have him for the therapist, and and he's so great.
Yeah,
Was that Girls' Room or the Bagel Principal, Lori?
It was the Bagel Principal, actually. Oh my God!
Oh, this is my favorite part of the soundtrack, which is the radical sax solo.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, right?
Did Alan perform since he's a sax player?
We got this woman, Paula Henderson, known as Moist Paula.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Wow.
Shit. Is she on Venmo, Cash App too, or what's the deal with that?
Elaborate on this moist. What is it?
Moist Paula. No, look her up. That's her handle. Like that's her
Why?
on Instagram. She's like a legend in. She's like a session player in New York, and also tours with a musician whose name escapes me. But she's a touring musician, and so by the way, our soundtrack is available on Note for Note Music.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But our composer, who I love, Mandy Hoffman, was super excited. She's like, I always wanted to work with Paula, and now I got to.
I'm so jealous. I want to have a cool name like that on Instagram. Like,
You can. You certainly can.
You could be like Schwitzy Sabina.
conversation starter. You guys, my apologies for leaving so fast. Okay, so
Did you go out to the store to buy that bottle?
well, okay. My brief story is I gave up my LA apartment. Ty and I are home hunting here, so I've been living in Nashville. So I'm in LA right now, and I'm staying with one of my near and dear friends. Not a big drinker, but has like an exquisite taste in wine. First of all, I go downstairs thinking like in my house, there's just like stacks of vodka bottles and just tequila. It's just like out like the most classless way ever. I go downstairs in her beautiful, classy home. I'm like, where is anything? I don't know. I call her. She's like, it's in the wine fridge in the garage. I'm like, oh God. So I'm like, to the wine fridge. And then she's like, send me pictures of what you're, and I'm like, oh, knowing me, I'll end up taking this like beautiful bottle of wine and just slamming it back that she's been saving. So it was a process. I had to send her photos because I didn't want to take something special. So my apologies for leaving for that amount of time. I didn't know what the wine opener was. I didn't know the wine fruit was.
Does it say Boone's Farm on it? If so, then you're good.
Yeah.
$2 check.
That's how, you know what though? Sabina's very, very thoughtful. She really is. Like, see, that just illustrates it.
I was so scared I was going to take something special. Like I don't have a wine fridge. A wine fridge screams, you know what you're talking about with wine. So I just I couldn't just dabble and grab anything. I'm even worried about the size of the pour.
Once you've opened the bottle, you got to finish it now. And you got to finish it before the movie's over.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, Taylor, that's so sweet, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor. Sweet Taylor. I know Taylor. That's my sweet baby.
Thank you for joining us. Oh, Alan jumped in with his nickname for Klimt Wasserman.
Indeed.
That's his sax thing.
That's
Nice.
funny.
Okay, so do I need to line up with where everyone's lined up? That's what everyone's doing.
We're like 20. We're about to be 28 minutes in.
You're literally going to appear in the movie in 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
We're watching a short called LA Dolls. You can find it on.
Sabina, you're the
It was
second
shot
act complication, okay?
I'm what?
That's when you come in. You're the second act complication
Oh, fantastic.
in this movie.
God, what is wrong with me?
We're at 27 minutes, 37 seconds, and you're a half a glass of wine in.
Yeah.
We're just doing like a live check-in.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Okay, hold on.
Here comes trouble.
Here comes
God.
Is that no?
No, it's
Whose van was this? Leslie, whose van was this? Whose car
that was just
that
an
we were in?
Enterprise rent-a-car. That was one of our crew vans because we had to park our crew in the valley and then shuttle them in to the set because we didn't have parking for everybody.
Oh.
You
And
guys.
did you tell them that there was simulated fellatio in the back seat, or was that just part of it?
It's an Enterprise rent-a-car van. I don't think it's
Sure,
the
they have
first
real
time.
fellatio, plenty.
Yeah, I don't think it's the first time.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
She does mad so well.
I know, she scared the hell out of me, actually. It's good.
You know, I think that like really good female anger in a comedy just makes me laugh so hard. I just love it.
Oh, okay, Tura. She makes a good point. You don't need to know wine to have a wine fridge. So you're saying to have a wine fridge doesn't necessarily mean it's fancy wine. It's just fair. I just got so scared because it was just wine bottles with like little beautiful gold tops that I've never seen.
Was it a light? Was it lit inside?
It was lit and they had like beautiful gold foiling. I was like, this doesn't look like the wine in my refrigerator.
Is it like a walk-in wine fridge?
No, it was just a little beautiful, nice one, but it just the collection was very intimidating. So that's
Here comes trouble.
Here you come. You're arriving.
Here you come. You're about to show up in the movie. Sabina.
Yeah. Here's the tracking shot.
Yeah.
Roll that little suitcase across those stones.
okay. What second are you guys at? What minute and second?
We're 29:45.
Okay, 29. I'm at 29:55.
She's got her little
Yeah,
juice.
just play it.
Pause.
Pause it.
Here you
Pause
go.
it. 29:55.
Whoa. Yeah, Ada's really mad at me.
Natalie's reaction to Sabina's character's entrance is priceless.
Okay, I'm at 39. Am I lined up?
What are you
You
at?
should be right around 30, 31.
I'm at 30:16.
Sure.
Yeah,
Go with
that's close enough.
That's good.
Okay. All right.
Just don't ruin the movie for the rest of us. We're behind like 7 seconds.
Oh, let me pause.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
Yeah, play.
Where are you guys?
We'll all be in the exact right moment, or this thing's
You're
got to
about
start
to
all
take
over
a
again.
dip.
No, she's about to like
30:29.
and piss off
30:30.
Oh God, I'm ahead.
I love Dione's reaction right
Now-
at the end of the scene.
Tell me when you get to
Here
30.
you go. You're taking off your top.
You're taking off your top.
Almost.
You're about to take it off.
And then Deanna is like, she looks. What did she say?
You want to take a dip?
I just love a nice pool dip.
It's really funny. It's really funny. Adam and Dione's react, like him checking in with her to be like, "Can I go? Should I go to the pool? Do you want to go?" No, it's really funny. No.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah.
She's a free spirit.
Yeah, and he just sucks it right back in.
That's really good.
Look at Dione, look at your face.
Oh my God, vegan Dione. I made her cut a
Oh, remember this?
She was
Oh, I was vegan at the time.
You know what's funny? And
You're
I'm
not vegan now?
I know. Off and on. Sometimes, yes.
It was a
Okay,
pandemic.
throttle the vegan thing. It's okay. Yeah, it's no judgment. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, Leslie said, is there any way you can take a bite and, and chew it? And I think, sure. So this is me.
Look at her face.
I hadn't had meat in a year, though, at that point.
And you know what's so funny? I'm over here smelling the meat like, I haven't eaten meat in like 10 years. If not longer. 15.
That's an actual thing for some actors who lead a plant-based lifestyle, that you have to tell your agents and managers, I'm going to pass on the fast food commercial. It's a thing. And sometimes you decide, well, maybe I'll do that. I'll spit it out, or so, it's a choice.
It's so funny. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I didn't know that we needed to get a meat writer.
You know what's so funny? Wait, hold on. I just lost my train of thought. Forget it. The one sip of wine really did me in. Jesus.
I love this scene. I love these. Like, he's just so back in.
I love this scene.
Look at your face.
Yeah, this was fun to do too.
And then we got crazy with the editing.
Good night, Alan.
Oh, night, Alan.
Alan. I'm sending you kisses.
Good night, sweet Alan.
Alan, we miss you and love you. Bye. Oh,
Don't we all want to know where he's going and why he didn't invite us?
Oh, yeah. Where are you going?
He's going out to play music because he is also a musician.
Oh.
Oh, I remembered my thought. Okay, so there's this stupid website that it's like a fake article that was written about me, which I actually found humor in it, but it says that I'm worth $150 million, and which is like, I'm just genuinely curious where they think that I made this money.
You'd have your own wine refrigerator.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I have my own wine refrigerator. Thank you. Biggest example right there. But it said that I own my own burger meat franchise. I was like, what? So I own my own meat franchise, and I own a football team in my local town, and I'm worth $150 million. I was like, no wonder when I go home in my hometown, people are like, you got the tab? I'm like, no, why would I have the tab?
No, everybody pays.
Everybody pays. We all work hard. Come on now.
Get beyond impossible.
That's funny. I like Stella dealing with her stuff, calling her on her stuff.
This was fun because you let us like ad lib a lot too, and just kind of go with the flow. And
this was funny. This scene.
Yeah, we didn't have real drinks in this scene either. This was all unebriated work.
Well, no, and it was also like 11:30 at night in the freezing cold.
Well, that's when you need to start drinking.
Yeah. There was a big back and forth with Colin, the producer of the film, about the color of tequila. Because in my mind, tequila has a little amber tint to it, and he's like, no, it's clear. So
Oh, depends what kind of tequila you're having.
right, and so we went with clear, but I'm still not sold to this day.
I mean, I would probably only be shooting clear tequila. I think the amber stuff's harder to take down, right? Is that true, or am I making that up?
I feel like
Maybe it seems.
I would have gone with the amber. Just I don't know. I like the amber.
Yeah, I know it looks more like tequila, but he went with the white. I mean the clear. Oh, look at! I love his wardrobe is so nerdy, John's.
Yeah, nerdy. You know, half of those clothes are mine.
Whoops!
You did put me in that awful sweater though.
I did. I really put you in the awful sweater.
It looks like the wall in like a bad summer rental. You know, that color like beige.
Yeah, it was very beige.
If Jilly has any pictures or stories about Evan in nerdy clothing when he was young. No. Evan, you were one of 5 kids?
Yeah, I was the youngest, so that's why I was the only one who had the delusion I could be an actor. Because they coddled me enough to me, like, I guess I can make movies, sure. And they're all like, we got to work.
Did you ever try to get your siblings to be in your movies?
Oh yeah, my brother, who was 7 years older than me, acted in like most of my middle school and elementary school, you know, home movies. And then when I was in film school, my other sister, Allison, she lived an hour away, and I got her to be in my senior thesis movie. And she was really good, actually. She's a very good actress, better than the other actors that I hired. So. Yeah. So they've done some good work and some embarrassing work. Not their fault, but yeah, it was fun.
An embarrassing moment is about to occur.
I
do
wish we could all be watching it like here. Don't you kind of wish we could do that?
I know, but
like together.
If you were staying, I don't think she'd like that. I mean, it's bad enough you took the wine.
Yeah. We all get a bottle, right? If we come over to your place.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there he is.
I like this scene.
Yeah.
Here you are.
We did. Remember, we shot it another way, with where like your juice cleanse had gotten to you. You had to leave the.
Oh, that's funny.
But in edit, we decided that was not the way.
I wish I could show everyone and be like, are we all on the same page? Are we all on the same page?
Yeah, you're
right
pretty much there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like 5 seconds ahead.
You're good. You're good.
Here's me just being scandalous, living out the single.
Oh, you have tennis attire?
Yeah, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. How are you?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I wish you could send it too. That would be hilarious.
How wonderful that your mother is here supporting you like this.
It's very sweet of her. Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
And people that watch these watch parties realize, like I do, that when your mom posts "You're so wonderful, Loren" on Facebook on the event page, it comes up here. So my mom's done that the last few times, and I thought she was watching. She just posted how much she loved me. So shout out to all of our moms.
Sweet.
Aww.
Our film threats, Chris Gore. Said this was the last film he saw at a film festival in the before times.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, we love Chris Gore.
That was the last time we had cocktails out with human beings, too.
Wow. All right, enough Chris Gore. I have a question here that I'm from Olaf. What was the purpose of creating this feature-length title, and were you expecting to make some kind of a profit?
Is Olaf my mother?
So I'm trying to understand the question, and the movie business is a business. So I suppose a question could be, how do you decide when you need to make a profit versus the art of movie making?
Well,
Isn't there a balance between the two?
we have definitely had this conversation.
We
But
have it all the time.
we have it all the time. But essentially, it made sense that year to do this movie for us. And so we could do it, and we did it. But the overall intention is I'd love to make money, who wouldn't? But I wanted to create a calling card for me as a writer-director so that I could have something if somebody was going to take a meeting with me, and I could just say, hey, go on Amazon, go on, iTunes, wherever, and click play, and you spend 20 minutes and you'll see who I am as a writer-director. So that's really the whole intention behind it. Was just like a very, very expensive, very heavy lift of a calling card.
But this we came into this. We had made my documentary first, and that was my passion project, and we did really well with that.
You're being too serious during the scene where they talk about.
Listen, let's sing the song. Let's just sing it. Oh, damn, we missed it. But
The song that we wrote about him peeing in the trash.
Yeah, Evan
wrote it, right?
Evan wrote the song.
It was based on somebody that actually did this, but it wasn't in college. It was like firmly in my mid-20s.
I had a cousin who did that, and that was, I think, in my mid-20s as well.
I love this peak moment. No.
It's just,
It was
I
really
love
fun.
the aggression in their relationship. That's one of my favorite things too.
Their little bromance.
They just had an aggressive bromance. Oh, whoever Unknown Me is.
Sweet.
Yeah,
and me.
Aww.
Very sweet. Thank you.
You guys.
I wonder if they're I think they're currently looking through somebody's wine fridge to see if there's any good bottles left before they start the movie.
Oh, here's the dirty part.
I shot
that scene.
I shot that scene.
Lori, I said, Lori, can you second unit direct something for me? Because I need that scene. She goes, what is it? And I said, it's two hot girls kissing in a lesbian scene. She goes, I got it.
I'm all over it.
My girlfriend who came over to shoot that scene, she likes women. And I mean, I'll be honest, I might a little bit too. Who knows? But it was so
very interesting afternoon, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there was some vibes.
A lot of energy.
Oh, someone has some great wine. Unknown Me has some great wine. That makes me happy.
Yay, Unknown Me. I was going to say, you guys, so I want to tell the actors, like every bit of feedback I've gotten on this film has always mentioned the level of the acting in it. Like every single person has said, wow, you got really great actors. Their chemistry is amazing. So I just want to shout out to you guys because it's universal across the board.
Wow, that's very sweet.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Leslie.
a toast to the actors.
Toast, guys. I'm glad.
I'm glad they're mentioning the acting and not the painting above the bed. If that's the takeaway, then the movie did not.
That is our uncle.
That's our uncle.
That is our uncle, a self-portrait.
Is that Bill Murray in the portrait right there?
Yeah, who is that guy?
Background?
That's Uncle Teddy who painted all the paintings. That's his own self-portrait.
Nice.
See, there's the tequila. That's clear. I love that kitchen.
Okay, what second are
Got
you
it.
guys in now? Because mine closed out.
You and Nate, Delaney and Nate are talking in the kitchen. It's the first.
Go to 4520.
Oh, yeah. I'm at 4522.
Perfect.
Evan has a time-coded version on his.
I know Evan is such an editor.
I know. All I gotta do is just click on this whole thing. It tells me what time I'm watching the
Oh,
movie.
you've got the little tracker.
Apple TV, baby.
Apple TV. That's what I'm
Now,
watching.
has anyone experienced Evan's heavy metal guitar work or Hell Cross?
I've not experienced it in person.
You don't experience it; it experiences you. Now we're on a pretty massive hiatus because the pandemic stopped us from playing live shows, and then half of the band went to like other states. So we're on a break.
I have experienced Evan's album, his pandemic album, though, which I enjoyed.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that album?
It's called Just Playing with Myself, and I named it that because I'm a pervert. No, I named it that because it was literally just me doing all the music on my own in a room, like every instrument all together, all that crap. So it was fun. Oh, is this the scene? This is yeah, this is one of the sexual scenes. And God, there we go. Is this the first kiss?
This is it. It's gonna happen.
This is my first lovemaking scene ever in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I was nervous that Adam was great. He really took care of me, and so did Leslie and the crew. Everything was, but I was nervous. You know, your first time doing a scene.
I mean,
Doing a scene.
Wow, he's going at it with only 4 minutes of foreplay.
That's movie time, though. In movies, you got to get to the chase, get to the good part.
Dione, I had to do one too before, so like I understand, but I had to be a little naked in it, and that was not.
Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with being naked.
No, you guys have to. It was one of those things that it was like, listen, if you don't want to do it, we totally get it. But there's like 1,000 other actors that will. I was like, oh.
Now, were Lori and Leslie in the room, or were they on a walkie-talkie going, all right, pan up, pan down?
I was in the, we cleared out the room to just camera ops and the boom operator, myself, and a monitor.
And I was there.
It was also a really small room. So we did clear it out.
but that was the entire crew anyway. So
Allie said Evan Broken Oak. What?
That was my high school band.
Broken
Yeah, it was also a heavy metal band too.
Was it like a mock heavy metal band, or were you serious?
It was like, it was embarrassingly serious, I would say. That's how I would put it, probably. We played a lot of covers, and it was fun. And
I love this scene with Evan and his just dadness.
Yeah, this is where my true energy lies. This is probably the most. This is the most authentic me scene in the movie. The rest of the movie, I'm kind of playing a little bit of a dick, but this is what I'm actually like in real life, which is kind of sad. But,
no, I love the fixing the frame.
yeah, and the paper towel.
Anything to stay in the room as long as possible was like any of us.
I mean, we were dying watching it.
Evan, it's so good.
And he finished it, and when he went back, he's like, did I milk it too much? And I'm like, no, that's going in the movie.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Fixing the picture frame was like.
Well, that was the great thing about working on this film is we got to do bits, and some of them ended up in the finished cut, which is great because I think it makes this movie feel a little more like shaggy and real.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you, Randall.
Thank you, Randall.
Randall, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, now are you all on the same page with the film right now?
Oh, she's tearing into him.
Yep, that's where we are.
What's that?
Dione, you look beautiful.
I know, she looks beautiful.
You look so pretty here. Like you always look so pretty, but you're just like glowing. It's so sweet. I love this scene.
Thank you. I love you, girl. Thank you.
You did a really good job.
Yeah, she just
Like,
she like not milked is a bad word. You dove in and you really wrestled everything. The sweet, light, fun stuff and also the serious drama stuff.
Thank you.
So I have a question because your character wants to have a baby, and your Instagram profile says actress, singer, and some say baby whisperer.
Because I've nannied a lot. I've been a nanny.
Oh.
I've been like babysitting like since I was 13, and I love the babies. The little ones. I do. The smell of babies when they vomit. It's weird. I know it's weird. But when the smell of them vomiting on your clothes, and then like later on, like that baby smell, it gets a little gross like a day or two later. But you know what I mean? It's like that baby smell, and it's the best. It's the best. And I was there for my nephew's birth. Like my sister-in-law had a home birth. So I was able to see this little being come into life, and yeah.
Wow, you were there for the real deal.
I was, yeah.
Can we go back and revisit what you just said before? I've never had interviewed anyone. The love of yeah.
Like when they stood up
Baby
a little
barf.
bit on your clothes. Yeah, that's best. I've done a lot of mothers.
There you are with the baby. Is the baby gonna vomit here or what?
There you are.
Oh, and there's cut right to him jerking off.
But he's also crying while jerking off because he feels so bad. Poor Adam.
Poor Adam.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Leslie, the line, oh my God, it makes me laugh so hard. It was one of Evan's lines where you guys are in the bedroom together and you are saying, and you're like, I don't want you to like poke around in the area. I just want you to go for it.
I think that was in the script. I'm pretty sure that was in the script.
That was in the script.
I know it was in the script.
Yeah.
But like, it's just such a funny thing.
It's
you
just talking to my guy friends.
And just like Evan, your execution on it is just so funny to me. Like I like think
it's kind of that comes from life experience.
We are learning all kinds of things on the watch party tonight.
Yeah, well.
I love this scene between.
Oh,
me.
Zach loves Sabina.
Yeah.
Oh, this was lit so well. I love the way this was lit.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite
Shout out
scenes.
to Laurent.
Love
Yeah,
that.
Laurent really did well.
Yeah,
And
that's
Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how pretty.
yeah.
Is everyone lined up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a little ahead.
You're ruining it. Oh, there we go.
You're a little ahead of mine.
That's so Sabina.
Now you're against the wall.
Lauren, you're wearing the same shirt that Pete's wearing in the movie.
Me right now?
I am.
You are almost.
A little
That's
bit.
crazy.
Are we caught up now? Am I at the same time as you guys now?
She's like really close. Really close. You're very good.
Yeah, you are. You're good. You're good. Don't worry.
You're good.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're good game, girl.
I have a question for Lori and Leslie. With this scene, I couldn't tell if he was protecting his friend and that's why he walked out on Sabina's character, or if he's just kind of a jerk in general or just insecure. Can you explain this scene?
Well, he's protecting John. At the same time, he's trying to give up on chaotic women and maybe get a little more serious in his life. And he knows she is just a whole shit ton of trouble. Oh, wait, hold on. Evan's butt is about to come up.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
You're looking at the.
Sabina, do you
you're
want to
looking
hold
at
up your
the-
phone? Make sure.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, you're perfect. You guys just saw the. Yeah, you're looking at the results of a $80 wax job, by the way.
you waxed your bum cheeks? Evan, tell us more. Did you wax your bum for this?
He did.
I didn't do it. Some guy named Julio did it.
Wait, really? A man?
Yeah, there was an entire conversation, Sabina. There was an entire conversation with
Wait,
Evan saying,
that's what I missed
should
it.
I? And I said, well, it's your butt forever in a movie. You know, you should really take ownership.
Yeah, Evan, tell me about the experience. Evan,
You know, I didn't know he was gonna go inside. You know what I mean? And because you know, it's not like I was gonna spread him for the film or anything. So fucking, I'm sitting there, you know, with my hands around my ankles, and he's like, all right, we're going in the middle, and I'm like, okay, here we go, and then rip that thing off, and it was, yeah. I mean, God bless you, women, for getting that done.
So you've been
you
doing
know,
it ever since, right? You continue to.
yeah, I'm hooked now. Yeah, I'm a real wax junkie. No, honestly, if the movie if we were shooting this movie in like 1975, I would not have bothered. But like, you know, like nobody wants a hairy ass on a man. Like, it's just not great. So yeah, you gotta put it on camera. You gotta look clean.
And one little subtle thing is that I'm a female director, and the only nudity in the film is male nudity, and that was an intentional thing.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
We need to have more boy body parts out there.
Right?
I had to wear this really awful, like, you know, beige colored rubber modesty sock or whatever the fuck it was called. What was it called? Like
I think it was a modesty something. I forgot. I couldn't stop laughing at what she called it though, and she was so professional.
Yeah, she was.
Who was this? The
It was the wardrobe assist. She was great. She's like, I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, thank God, because I'm terrified.
the modesty cummerbund. Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. There you are.
Isn't it a merkin, or it's a merkin for female?
No, that's a wig for your
body.
pubes.
Merkin is like fake pubic.
Oh, okay.
Isn't the merkin the person who trims a penis at a breast? Oh, that's something different. That's a more,
I don't know. Let's put that out there to anyone that's watching.
Yeah.
Go research what is the thing you put over the modesty thing. It was like the same material that they make bald caps out of.
Yeah, it was called a modesty something.
But I think a merkin is a fake female.
I'm looking it up.
Why would you want it? I don't get it. I don't get why you want to, at the end of the night, remove your little merkin and put it on a...
There. What is a merkin?
I'm pretty sure that that's a fake female.
I thought it was fake pubic hair.
It is.
It
I think
is.
it's a fake female.
Boy, don't you wish Alan was
We're all
here
looking at
joining us instead of out doing a gig?
He would know the merkin fact.
Oh my God!
It's like
toupee.
A pubic wig is a merkin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You could also put that on your chin for a goatee too. It just depends.
Whoa.
Alan does not approve.
They were originally worn as sex workers after shaving their mom's pubis.
Stop!
Oh my
Stop!
God!
Alan's not approving.
Oh my God!
I need to know, did you ever go back to get waxed again?
Uh-oh! Wait!
What?
Hold, please.
Cut out.
You're doing very...
What?
You're doing... Yeah.
Are you guys all here with the naughtiness?
Naughty.
Yeah. You're making out with my mom, my movie mom.
Am I allowed to show a little sneak peek or no?
Well, that's
Yeah.
only the biggest secret in the whole movie, so...
I want us to all be on the same page, like people in the comments too. That would be fun.
Yeah, but you know, Susan.
But if we're all watching together, it's no secret.
Well, it's true, but
I mean, not anymore.
it's out and people can see it and talk about it. God bless Susan, man. She just dove right in.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. She was so wonderful.
I was like, well, 60 minutes have gone by. I need a big surprise. What is it?
That was definitely a big twist.
Yeah. You know where I came from, though? When I was in college, my college boyfriend, I like kind of half fell in love with his mom.
Ooh.
Wow.
And so I would go and spend, she was really hot and she was like a TV movie,
Celebrity.
a TV celebrity person. And I would go out for the weekend to spend the weekend with them at their house. And I'd like pay some attention to him. But I would just like hang out with his mom the whole weekend and just like give her puppy dog eyes. And I'd like come home and then I would tell my friends, they'd like, well, how's Joe? And I'd be like, well, he's fine, but oh my God, his mom. And then I would just talk about her. And then, because I was figuring it out.
Yeah.
And so that's where this whole storyline came from.
Oh,
That's
I love
cool.
it. Oh, I love it. Oh. I didn't know that. But I love that.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's so funny.
Susan she's just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Susan's done some pretty big projects too. She's been in
Yeah,
a
she was
lot
on
of
the
big stuff.
Flash.
She's directing with her husband a couple of movies for Lifetime right now.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's super cool. Here's where we go over the top a little bit, but why not? That's actually my boss's, the owner of the company that I work for my day job. That's his office. That's the therapist office.
You didn't tell him, shush.
No, he knows. He knows we shot something in there. I think he's never seen the movie.
He knows it.
Oh, that's right. Vampire Diaries.
Vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was. And
Yeah.
she was on the
Oh,
Flash too.
of course you know. I love that. I love that so much. Katura is a friend of mine. We worked together at CVS when I was about 15 years old in my hometown. And she just blows me away with her like movie knowledge and knowing every actor and everything. And her and my mom have become good friends. And she's always helping my mom help. Yeah, I'm really bad at being like, hey, Mom, I'm on LA's Finest this week. You can find it here or whatever. And Katura has been like just a really good friend of my mom. And her knowledge on all actors and everything is right up there. Thank you, Katura. That's very sweet.
Yeah, go Katura.
And that's a great name, too.
It's a great name.
Great name.
Cool.
So did you work for did you say CBS, like the CBS affiliate?
Oh, no, CVS, like the pharmacy.
Oh, CVS. Oh.
Wait, CVS. Wait,
Oh, I thought you said CBS.
CBS.
didn't you go as a CVS receipt one Halloween?
I did. I went as a CVS receipt. I went to CVS and I ordered a pack of gum, and I was struggling to find a Halloween costume, and it just kept printing and printing. And I got gum and contact solution, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I went to Kinko's and I had the receipt printed, and I was like, bigger, 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 bigger. So I got it printed huge, and then I went to a hardware store and I got some wire, and I wired the frame of the receipt, and I padded the back with bubble wrap just in case someone hit it so it wouldn't rip. And I went as a giant receipt. I took a picture with a long tail in the front, and then for the sake of like going out, I cut the tail off. But yeah, I went as a CVS receipt. But you'd think
They're ridiculous.
but why are they so big? Why do they not like?
They know that it's ridiculous.
And then you get that little $5 off and you throw everything away and then you never use it anyway. So
Oh, here you are. You're upset.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah,
you're very
really
upset. You were very good. You were a little ragged this day, in a nice way.
Well, thank you.
Katura wants to borrow your costume.
Oh, she works in the pharmacy at CVS.
Oh.
I worked in the makeup department. I was in charge of ordering when the mascara was out of stock. So I had to order that and make sure the cosmetics were all in line. So she works in the pharmacy. I worked in the front.
I think this is the first thing that I shot with these guys, was playing the cornhole game.
That is correct. That was the first time you guys were all together.
This might have been first scene day one, actually, for me at least. And I remember being pretty nervous. Yeah, because it was like, I think anytime you start a project, you got to get a little nervous.
I have to say, your guys' like dynamic was so perfect, like just so perfect with all of your different characters, different nuances. It just was so great and authentic.
Yeah, we got along really well. You know, you didn't have to fake it, liking each other. You know, so that was good.
That's good.
It was a good time. Okay, so like just to clarify, I don't wear shorts as a man very often out of the house. So I know earlier I had said that most of these clothes are mine. This outfit was not mine.
No, this one we bought 2 of them because we were gonna get it ruined. So you had 2 full outfits like that.
Yes.
These pajamas belong to Loren, our makeup wardrobe assistant.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Loren.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, she of course they were washed, but remember I've been trying to find them ever since because they were the best.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my God.
I'll help you locate.
She's the one
You were
who handled American.
I think I saw this at CVS.
If Lori and Leslie haven't done set gifts for the cast, then Yoni, maybe you can get some pajamas.
I just have to find those that gray. It was like a jumpsuit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, it had bottoms and a top, but it was.
Oh, it had bottoms and a top.
Yeah, I loved it so much. I was hoping she'd say, "Here, take it."
Didn't happen.
Or you can buy it off of me. But she said, "No, those are mine. Give them back."
Did not happen.
So a question for Lori and Leslie. We've always seen through the 80s and 90s male directed and male starring films.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering what you were thinking of, or if there are differences when it's a female written, female led stories about relationships versus the way they used to be done, which feels so old and outdated now.
But like, give me some examples of what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, you think about like the 80s, let's say the movie Porky's. It was a fun, dumb movie to see at, in high school, but it's, there's a lot of sexist things. You see naked women, but you don't see naked men. The men always know everything and the women are kind of the dumb characters. So do you think about that when you write for this kind of project? Does that cross your mind about what it used to be like?
I didn't think about that, but it's interesting. I really I knew that I could appeal to women because I'm a woman and I know how to write that stuff, but I really wanted to appeal to men also. I have a lot of guy friends and I'm kind of like a 14-year-old boy myself in a way, which would explain a lot of.
You're like, me too, as we talk about Merkin.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to balance it. I didn't want to like take it over into the like feminist side or anything. I just wanted to balance it. I just wanted to appeal to dudes and women equally. And everybody feels represented.
And guys really like this movie.
Which that's like
a lot of real positive feedback.
That's the biggest compliment to me is that like guys like it because it's interesting. You're always talking to guys and like, well, I can write in the female voice, and it's like, well, I'll see that and I'll raise you. I can write in the male voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting in that way. So there was no intention to like really counteract those films, but just to kind of get everybody heard.
I mean, I think also it's a symptom of. Sorry, I was going to say. I think it's just a symptom of not writing in a vacuum. Leslie, I feel like you're plugged in and you know what's going on and where we are. And I think if you're thinking that way, there's no chance you would write anything that's similar to Porky's. Maybe Porky's 2: The Revenge, because it is a superior movie, a good sequel, but not Porky's 1.
But comedy is an interesting beast, because you gotta serve, in most scenes I go into the drama of it, but I always want to button it with some sort of comedic touch. And so you just have to serve. You can't go too long without somebody laughing or doing something stupid or silly or rotten or, pushing an envelope in some way.
Really?
You're always having sex, Dione, in this movie.
Yeah, Dione is
So much sex.
Every time I look at the screen.
It's sweet. But it's the sweetest sex ever.
Adam was so sweet. He was really fun to live with.
You guys were so nervous. It was so cute in the first scene. It was so cute.
Dione, did you two meet up beforehand? Did you have a chance to chat with each other before you started working together?
We had a reading with Leslie and Lori. Remember because he was gone for a while.
No, you guys came over and did it just a reading with just you two. We did.
Yeah.
We tried to do a whole reading with everyone, but the schedules didn't line up.
And then it was. I think the first scene we had together was the living room scene. That was the first time we were together. But he's so great, and so he's an amazing actor, and he's just sweet and giving, and he made it so easy to act with him.
She's reading her out.
Giving it to you.
Mm-hmm. Boy, we really made use of that laundry room.
This is true.
I wanted to bring my clothes and do a load on one of the shoot days, because it's really efficient for me. Instead of paying quarters, you know what I mean, going to laundromat and all that. One of the perks of being an actor, a big famous Hollywood actor, is you get to do laundry on set. So they don't tell you.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's mad now.
I feel like the fun of this movie too is like everybody in the cast gets to have a scene with everybody else in a way. I feel like there's multiple combinations, and this is like one of their solo scenes together.
Yeah, absolutely. You're totally right.
Which is interesting to watch the dynamic.
And Delaney gets to kiss everyone.
Yes, this is true.
Pretty much.
This is true.
You almost kissed my steak.
Pre-COVID times.
Pre-COVID. The only we didn't kiss.
We didn't kiss, but you almost kissed my steak.
I almost kissed your. This is true.
The steak. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was your lips.
One degree of separation.
Oh boy.
That's marriage.
That's marriage.
Oh boy, here we go.
There you go.
Here's bad girl. She's like, don't tell me not to do what you tell me not to do.
I'm like, let's party.
Yeah.
I've got this makeup at CVS and I'm putting it on.
I got this
There you go.
makeup department right where I used to work. I'm like, I know where this category is.
I took a class in how to handle lawn furniture just for this movie.
Yeah. I think you do stage fighting and lawn furniture, right?
Yeah, it was so much. There was so much lawn furniture handling in the film. I really wanted to be prepared. Oh boy, I gave in. Oh no.
Oh man. Look at you.
Now, yeah.
I don't think I could fit in those pants right now. all of my pants in this movie, I'm like, I haven't worn those in a minute because COVID. You know, I've just been snacking away, being married and happy, and just having pizza for dinner every night.
Yeah.
Without the sound, Sabina's shots, like in the other apartment, looks like a music video. Like this could be a song that your husband's written.
Oh, you're right. Like about, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right. Like heartbreak and
love, loss.
Fuck it all.
Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Fuck it all and burn down somebody else's, your friend's apartment who's got the nice wine fridge. That kind of.
No.
Lorraine said after we shot this scene, I see why people fall in love on movie sets.
After this particular scene?
When she was
when they're kissing.
In bed with Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not everybody's going to be Pete Plosek, okay?
Only Pete.
She started pretty high.
God.
Speaking of that, somebody wanted to know where Pete was.
Oh, where is he?
He has this weekend. He's has a family getaway weekend, so they left today. He might be driving to Big Bear for all I know. He's
nice.
Yeah, but he's been doing a ton of other stuff with the movie. He just wasn't able to do it.
It's okay. I can represent the men of the film.
It's true. You can represent the man. And Adam
ask me any question.
Adam is in Chicago shooting a series.
Yeah.
Evan, you're doing a beautiful job representing the men.
You're doing
Thank
really
you.
well.
Yes. That's my job. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun for me to watch this for the first time because there were so many scenes that I wasn't around to see get shot, and like the emotional scene with Pete, I was like, oh man, that actually kind of gets me. I didn't. I never saw that side of him in our scenes, so it was really
that's true.
revealing.
I agree. That's a great
observation,
Evan. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Because all his stuff was secret from you guys.
Yeah.
Was there a lot to cut down, Lori, Leslie, or did you shoot pretty much close to the 90-minute mark?
We cut it in the field. We cut it while we were shooting because we hit a thing where we had to cut out some major scenes in order to make our days. So then when we were editing, we were pretty close to the 90. But what we did was we kind of futzed with the timeline and screwed it all up, and then edited it in a more kind of dynamic, erratic style intentionally. Because it was, if you think about it, it's a bunch of people at a house for a weekend. Like, how can you make that interesting? So we wanted to, kind of mess with it.
Now we're coming up. I'm about to jump in this pool, and this is like the coldest I'd ever been in my life. And
the pool was like 62 degrees, and it was cold outside that morning.
Look how brave you are. Look how brave.
He was.
She wanted me to dive in one side and swim to the other and come up on camera. And the thing about diving in a pool that cold, it's not so much the cold, it's like you can't breathe in there when your body goes into shock.
Oh yeah, because we filmed over Thanksgiving. It was cold. It was November.
Yeah.
So I just remember being like, it wasn't that bad. It was just like as soon as I got in, I was like, I can't breathe. It was pretty. It was fun though.
We're in shock a little bit, and we had a portable heater and like a robe, and like it was like, are you okay? Can you go in again?
No, I think I did. I think we did it like 3 times or something.
Did it like 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like this shot.
Yeah, me too.
Cool shot. Being cold is worth it.
Totally.
It's great.
Not sure where in the movie John is, but he's just at the hairy asses part.
Oh my God, it's my brother. Oh my God. We got some hairy asses in the family, sadly. Yet he's very true. Very true. He would know. We share the same hairy butt.
So we have 2 more siblings that haven't yet reached out with comments about your family. So we're hoping.
Yeah, let's have them all embarrass me as much as possible tonight. That's great.
I hope they show up. That'd be great.
Oh God. I should have pushed her in the pool just at the end, just like see ya, and then just pushed her in the pool. That may be too much of a Porky's energy, maybe.
I mean, there's no way I could wear those pants again. Just thinking about it, every scene, I'm like,
there's no way I would ever wear socks like that with those shoes. Just saying.
Do you remember when you had your real retainer, and
yeah,
like at the
did
end
that
of a
make the
scene?
cut? Did that make the cut or not? I forget.
It didn't make the cut, but that was the retainer case she was putting in the suitcase.
So I had a night guard so that I didn't clench my teeth at night, and I brought it to set, and I was like in the bedroom scenes, like it would be funny if like at the end of the night I put my little clip in my mouth guard.
That's real.
As like a, oh my God, this is the most unsexy relationship ever. It's like, all right, good night. Yeah.
see you later.
I chewed through that thing, and I have not gotten another one. So
I got one right before the pandemic hit, and now it's still at the dentist in the valley. I've never picked it up.
Oh my God, you got to get it. They're expensive.
Get it tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been busy.
Reminder.
Funny story about that house that we shot in. I used to work for a company called Hop Skip Drive. It's like Uber for kids. And about a year prior to shooting this, I picked the kid that lives in this house. I picked them up to take them to school. And I remember like parking where the driveway was, because we used to come in on the back way.
Wow.
And I remember thinking, oh, I really would love to go in that house and see what it looks like. And then fast forward to shooting the movie, I was in the house.
Wow.
I told anybody this.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I kept thinking, like, why does it look familiar? What? And it wasn't until we shot the scene where Evan's mom leaves. That's when I realized, oh wait, I've been here before, because that driveway, we never used that driveway.
Yeah.
That's when I realized, oh my gosh, I've been to this house before, and I wanted to know what it looked like on the inside. Fast forward a year later, we're shooting the movie.
You manifested this. You manifested this experience.
I know, right?
You did.
It's always when you make like a simple statement like that, like, I wonder what that looks like inside. And then, oh, she's mad now.
It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
What? I love the cop.
How much was the cop car? Was that a huge budget item, or did you just like finagle the police officer to come over?
Our line producer knew the guy from another gig, and we got a good deal on it.
Oh, great.
Nice.
That was the first thing I ever shot, and that was with you, Sabina, and the cop. That was literally the first day one scene.
No pressure.
Oh my God.
Tears. No pressure, tears.
And then Sabina says, do you want me to cry? And I was like, well, can you? And she's like, yeah, I got this. And then she did, and I'm like, wow.
Listen, a lot of heartbreak will get you on the brink of tears when you need it. So I'm thankful for those experiences, huh?
That's up.
Oh.
Look, they love each other. No.
This where you guys are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
I just love her face in this scene.
Yeah.
You know, you talked earlier about showing this movie to guys and being married for almost 18 years. There were a few scenes internally I was like, oh, I've been there, or that looks familiar to me.
Good. I'm glad that you say that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experiences and a lot of story in a 90-minute film, which I thought was amazing.
Thank you. My producer kept saying, there's so much going on. Like, uh-oh, he can't let go of the chaos. No, he cannot.
Mm-hmm.
Funny.
That's the sequel.
It's just his journey.
Yeah.
Oh, big montage.
Oh, I just got a tweet from Enterprise Rent-A-Car. They're going to charge you a $400 cleaning fee retroactively.
I remember when we shot that scene. This is how great Leslie is. We shot the scene, and in the first take, she's gonna do the deed, and I take the back of her head and I pull it down, and she goes, no, don't do that. We want her to have a career after this movie. That was the funniest fucking thing ever. Oh God.
The accuracy.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
And then this final shot, this drone shot, our DP's son, who was 17 at the time, was just running his drone around. And then I'm like, well, that's the end of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I didn't know that. What a fun fact I just learned.
Yeah, that was Loren's son, Jeremy.
Very sweet.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Yay. Thank
As the
you.
credits roll.
Yay.
Thank you. And
Thanks,
thanks
everybody.
to Film Threat.
Oh, we're not done. We're gonna cover Merkins for the next 20 minutes if you're just joining us.
Okay, Alan, it's all Merkins from here on out.
So why don't we chat for a moment about projects you're working on next? And thank you, Unknown Me, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
And everyone else, if you have any additional questions for the cast or the filmmakers, we still got a few minutes to hang out. Sabina, what do you have working coming up? Let me say that again in English, and I've been drinking water. What do you have coming up?
I understood it. Part of my chaos of my day today is because I leave for New York in 2 days. I have a film. I'm so excited with Pierce Brosnan and Justin Theroux and Alana Glazer and Gretchen Mol and Sophia Bush premiering at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Wow.
I'm really excited. So my mom and it's so funny.
It's a comedy. It's a comedy.
So exciting.
I'm really excited. And my mom and my dad and my brother are coming as my dates. I haven't seen them since Christmas, so it's actually like I'm pretty emotional. I can't believe I haven't seen them. There's just been so much life happening, and to be able to see them and reconnect and go to the premiere is really special for me. So I'm
Congratulations on that. That's huge.
Yeah, that's
wonderful.
Congrats.
Excited.
I can't
I
wait.
can't wait to see
That's
it.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Dione, what you're doing General Hospital.
So bad.
Mm-hmm.
You were in the theater. You were in Wicked, right?
I did do Wicked, yeah. And they're opening back up. Broadway's coming back, which is good. I had a lot of friends that were out of work.
Yes.
You know, it's tough. They got hit really hard. At least, film and TV sort of came back. Voiceovers never went away, but the Broadway community and theater community really suffered during the pandemic. So it's good, like, Broadway's
I
opening
love
up.
that everything's coming back. So what, you have any other, again, I can't talk again, but basically what I asked Sabina, what do you got coming up?
I'm just doing General Hospital right now, and got an episode coming up, I think. It's about to air, and I've been actually trying to get better at doing different accents and stuff. I've been taking dialect classes.
Oh my God, I love that.
So-
Dialects are not easy.
My Russian is not great, but it's getting better. And my Australia, it's fun. I love it. It's something that I discovered over the pandemic, and I'm sort of trying to get more into audiobooks. And so that's going to help.
I need some tips on this. I might need to figure out where you're studying, because accents are like super, like I love this. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah,
for you.
yeah. Let's talk about it. I'll let you
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. I'm doing like a year program.
It's cool.
No,
Wonderful.
no joke.
Yeah. Cool.
And Evan, we only heard from 3 of your 5 siblings. So what projects do you have coming up?
Well, the pandemic kind of took a dump on my career lately, but I'm pivoting to interpretive miming. So I'm taking a lot of miming class. Spent about $9,000 on mime classes, and I can't show you anymore.
Your brother just said.
Now my brother says it's the same quote from earlier.
Just bad timing. Sorry, my finger slipped on that.
I've been dominated. No,
Evan, your family's awesome.
He is. He's very funny. He's in a band. Right now I'm writing a feature film with a friend of mine for a company. I don't want to say who, but we're working on a feature, and I'm aiming to get it done before 4th of July, so that it's
Awesome.
in their hands. So yeah, so I'm writing right now while I'm waiting by that phone for Honesty Weekend 2, the sequel, right? The Revenge, to get going. So yeah, so that's it.
Very cool. And then Lori and Leslie.
Lori, hit it.
I'm raising 2 90-year-olds. I'm working on another doc. So it's very early stages, so I can't say who, what, but it's exciting, and I think it'll have a nice place in the world.
Yeah, she's got a cool doc going. I'm writing like crazy on a bunch of different projects, so I don't know where or what or when. At the same time, my day job is I am shooting 3 television series back to back this summer.
Hell yeah.
So
Wow.
So I'm doing that, and I'm doing it in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I'm commuting.
Woo! Come meet me.
I know. I want to come meet you. I fly into Nashville most times when I go back.
Oh my goodness, yes, please.
Yes. So a lot of writing, a lot of day job producing, and more to come.
Now about you, Loren.
Awesome. How about me?
Yeah, Loren, what do you get coming up?
Well, let's see. I have a cartoon on YouTube, and I've got dinner coming up sometime tonight as soon as we're over, and too many things to talk about, but thank you for asking. The most unprepared to be interviewed ever is this guy.
This was really great.
Well, yeah, thank you, John.
I love your family.
It's always
I have no comment.
It's always fun to have family and parents come on and just embarrass the hell out of you when you're trying to do something professional like this.
Yeah, it's the best.
But thank you to the filmmakers and cast for coming on here on a Friday evening. and watching and sharing stories about the movie. And thank you to everybody for watching with us and chatting and asking the questions. We really appreciate that. We have Take Out Girl coming up next week. And then I think we're taking July 4th weekend off. And then we come back and I just see more great movies to do watch parties on. Lori and Leslie, next, when you've got your documentary, Lori, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you back on to chat with us.
Thank you. And thank you, Loren. You're awesome host. And thank you, Film Threat. We love Film Threat.
Thank you so much for having us on this. This is like really freaking cool. This is my first time doing this, and it was awesome.
So nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you